We've got Marvel's Zeus, the son of Poseidon, and the God Butcher himself, but this isn't a superhero movie. No, no, no. This is a movie about heroism. I'm Seth, and it's day 21 of 365, reviewing every movie I've seen in theaters with the stubs to prove it. Today's movie, 3:10 to Yuma, the remake. My question for the day, what is your favorite modern Western? Anything from Unforgiven on. 3:10 to Yuma is directed by James Mangold, who's going to pop up 3 more times in this series with the Wolverine, Logan, and Indiana Jones 5. It stars Christian Bale, Russell Crowe, and Logan Lerman. And shout out Alan Tudyk. How'd I have to watch this man die twice? Firefly was too much, and now I have to do the same death over again? He's not a leaf on the wind. I grew up watching the original of this movie with my dad, so seeing the remake with my brother felt really full circle. Mangold doesn't flinch showing the racism and the brutality of the West. As we learn more about what this era looked like, it has a lot less to do with white men being heroes and a lot more to do with people on the fringes of society just trying to survive. This film hits deep about fathers and sons, honor, and survival. I think Bale is really magnetic, especially in the last part of this movie. Russell Crowe is perfectly cast. And to me, it's clear why this film sits alongside The Harder They Fall, Bone Tomahawk, True Grit. These modern Westerns really are excellent. Oh man, is this one going to be a video diary or a movie review? I don't even know. So the real question is, why is a 16-year-old going to see 3:10 to Yuma and being genuinely excited for it? Batman's here. I would have wanted to give you a more mature answer at the time, but my real answer was Batman's here. I love Christian Bale at the time. I'm kind of a little shaky on him now. I love a bunch of his movies. I hate a bunch of his movies. I really remember this movie impacting me in a way that I think old Westerns would have impacted the people watching them, like my dad. Seeing a father die in the name of heroism, and especially in the name of heroism that we learn isn't deeply embedded in him. He has a lot of cowardly things in his past, and so seeing him weigh and wrestle and struggle to actually come through, it's funny on a second watch that when you see this as a kid, you just assume he's the good guy and he's going to do right. But watching this with an adult lens, knowing what it might look like to have a child, to be worried about what that child thinks of you, this is a really nuanced performance that I wasn't really appreciating out of Christian Bale at the time. And I think as we get to the end and he starts to open up more to Ben Wade, we start seeing a side of him that I really, really enjoy. He's kind of charming. And it's probably easy to be charmed by a one-legged cowboy, right? Like, that's the idea. James Mangold knew the exact extra edge to give this movie, to make it more poignant to vets, to make it more poignant to people that used to like Westerns, that wants to keep liking them. And then he locks the whole thing together in a really well-constructed movie. Say what you will about any of James Mangold's plots, his movies are absolutely fine-tuned and crafted. Not just the overall movie, but the individual scenes, the inner workings of the characters, the way that he cuts and reacts. All of this is really, really top tier. You strap in some really excellent special effects, some really realistic action sequences, and a sadistic side villain that is really adding the gravitas and the Hollywood blockbuster to this. There wasn't a single minute of this movie that I didn't enjoy. Here's the diary part of this. My review as an adult, I couldn't my dad be like this. It's difficult for me to watch a movie where through the thick of it, a dad decides to step up in his role and do it so that he can model behaviors for his son. As we find out, Russell Crowe's Ben Wade lost his dad at a very young age, lost his mom at a very young age. There's a really cool bit at the end where Dan Evans and Ben Wade have a mutual understanding of each other. Might even go as far as to saying they could have been friends in a different timeline. You see Ben Wade, a guy that grew up without a dad, watching a dad continually struggle. He wants him to fail. He wants him to fail in the same way his dad failed. Fuck this light. It came back on. This is a guy that studied the Bible and has a deep inner understanding of the workings of good and evil. He's just decided to be evil because it's easier. He even admits, I like to do things the easy way. Contrast that with Dan Evans. This is a man who does everything the fucking hard way. He's living through a drought. He's only got one leg. He's trying to raise his sons. He's trying to be a good man to his wife. He lost his leg in an accident in the Civil War, and they're not clear which side he was on. So he could have been on a very cowardly side. We don't know, and I like that they leave that up to our interpretation. Something I noticed on this watch that I haven't noticed on previous watches, like when I saw it originally in theaters, or when I watched it for the Split the Difference podcast, I really love the opening of this movie. We see Logan Lerman waking up next to a book about deadly criminals. This is an aspect of filmmaking that is really, really hard to teach. It's really, really hard to teach to look for, but this is setting where his brain is for this story. This is functionally William's story. We're watching him live out one of his cowboy stories that he's been reading about, and he's getting to watch his dad live out being a hero like in his books, but he doesn't understand the nuance and the complicated aspects of being an adult person yet, right? He hasn't been exposed to those aspects of the world, and we're about to watch him be put through the ringer across this movie. But his mindset going into this is that he worships his dad, and he kind of worships Ben Wade. You don't read those kind of stories and not enjoy them and not enjoy the villains. I think about when I watch Avengers Age of Ultron, James Spader's what I'm there for, baby. Yeah, fuck Iron Man, dude. I am there for Ultron. That's the performance. That's the gravitas. That's the shit that really hit me. So Will's mindset in this story has to be kind of split between these two men, and watching them as we roll towards the finale, he even wants to believe that there is good in Ben Wade. And his ultimate lesson, I think the most poignant part of this movie, is when he turns his gun on Ben Wade and then chooses not to kill him. He has become the good man that his father wanted to be, the good man that he saw in his father. He's inherited that, and he's rejected this scuzzy, evil part of him that isn't real. And then we come to find out that this is probably all null and void, and Ben Wade's escaped Yuma a few times. What a just juicy, delicious finale after we've watched our hero fucking eat it. Something else I wanted to bring up in this video, one of my favorite westerns of all time, High Noon, is one of the earliest examples of the ticking clock in cinema and how powerful that is. Yes, I know Hitchcock did it first. Yeah, and probably not even Hitchcock. There's almost guaranteed other movies that did it first. This is a linchpin of the storytelling to put it on a ticking clock. 3:10 to Yuma does the same thing by giving us a set time and end goal. We even see a character check the watch with 25 minutes left until the train arrives. 25 minutes left in the movie. Oh my god, James Mangold. Fuck you, you're so good at your job. Honestly, this has me kind of hyped to get into the Wolverine and Logan. I know both of those are bangers, and I'm really excited to see how they've aged, because I've not seen them in a hot minute. And then we will eventually get to Indiana Jones 5, and I will eventually have to talk about how much I love Indiana Jones and how much I love the first 2/3 of that movie. I'm not saying I have a better pitch than time travel, but I have a better pitch than time travel. I think that's going to do it for this one. We're shifting from westerns into zombies with I Am Legend tomorrow. I'm excited to get into Will Smith and where that movie kind of sat in the zeitgeist for a hot minute, especially since we have a sequel coming soon that also may have Will Smith in it, so maybe they're doing the DVD ending of the movie, which will be the first time I think that's ever happened in cinema, so I'm kind of excited to see what happens there. If you want to support this, please head over to my Patreon. I'm giving away these ticket stubs to anyone that signs up to help support on the Patreon. It would mean a lot to me to help further this project. If you want to help out in less monetary ways, give me a follow on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I think I'm even posting on Threads automatically. I don't give a shit about Threads. If you're on Threads, I'm on Threads, but I'm not actively, if that makes sense. Thanks for watching through this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.